Okay, hi, this is David. Today's Wednesday, April 23rd, 2014. I'm going to walk you through three trades that I took today. One ended up at break even, one I took a loss, and one hit its target and was very profitable. So I wanted to show you the differences between the three and how they were managed. So on your screen here is a 5-minute chart of Twitter. Um, Twitter closed yesterday up here at 45.93. It opened and dropped off the open. Now, before the market, I had already drawn in where I thought support and resistance areas would be. And as you can see, it dropped right into support and into that whole number. Now, if people are looking to buy the stock, they might have buy orders in at 45, a nice round whole number. So that became an area of interest for me. So what I was looking for was to see if that this line, this area of support, was going to hold and then give the stock the opportunity to turn and go higher. If it does, then I'm going to have a smaller amount of risk, and I'm going to have a target up here, which is going to give a good risk reward. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of move the chart kind of bar by bar. The first bar, you can see it turn green. Yep, it wanted to bounce off of that. So that looks interesting. But what I want is confirmation that it's done going down. So now another solid green bar. I could have taken an entry over the high of that bar, but that's not what I look for. What I look for is for this green, for a bar to close green over this 8-period moving average, which is the white line. And then I want to see the bears try to knock it lower and then fail. So what we got was uh, bears tried to knock it down, have it go lower again. They could not. And when it got above that red bar showing that the bears could not take it any lower, I went ahead and got in. So my entry on this was 45.55 is where I ended up getting filled. And I'm going to put that in as a yellow line. From there, my stop is going to be down here below 45. So I've got a target I'm trying to reach up here and see if it would, retest and go lower. And I'm just kind of going to go bar by bar to show what the trade did. So now I got a nice move. At that point, once I've got a move like that, I'm going to move um, my stop to break even. So now if it comes back down to that yellow line, I'm going to get out, and the target that I'm going for is that line, that white line up above, up here. And as you can see, it rolled over and stopped me out. Okay, so the next trade, and that one was a break even. The next trade we'll kind of set up here was in Facebook. Facebook was kind of a similar situation. I wanted to see what it would do. So as I was watching it this morning, um, that's from yesterday. Facebook sold off the open, came down into that line. Now again, I want to see confirmation that it's done going down, and you can see that that line tends to be support. Every time it got into it, bounced off, got into it, bounced off. Um, I took an entry. So then it went lower. It's kind of hard to move this chart. So now it closed above the white line. So what I want to do is see if the bears will retest it lower. And there you go. They're trying to push it lower again. So right here, when it couldn't get it lower, I went ahead and I got in right in here. Again, I'll put in a line where I got in. Was it 63.38? So it was right in here. We'll make that a yellow line. And stop is going to be down here below this white line. So the bulls push it up. The bears pushed it down to here. It started to go up. That told me the bears, could not push it below this pivot low right here. So I put my stop, pretty tight stop, all things considered, but the stop is below that support. And then if we roll forward, boom, came down, knocked out my stop, and I was out of the trade for a small loss. Last trade I'm going to show you was one that actually was a winning trade. And that one was in Adobe. So, similar situation. Adobe had fallen down, came right into that resistance point, bounced up. Bears were going to try to take it lower off the open. So I was watching it to see if that would happen or not. Whoops. Gosh. And again, I was watching it. That support line, again, still seems to be holding. That area right there, this line seems to be holding that support. So we'll go through. Now I got to close a green bar above the white line. I want to see the bears try to take it lower. And there's the attempt to go lower. It couldn't. So I went ahead and I got in here. And actually I got in yep, right here. Now there is a white line, there is some resistance right there overhead. From a risk reward standpoint, my stop is going to be down here, so it's about 10 cents. Actually, my entry was at 64.04. So I got in a little bit early on this one. But my stop was going to be below that red bar because it told me, you know what, the bears tried to knock it down but couldn't. So it was a fairly tight stop. I got in. My target's going to be up here at 64.40. and then as the trade played out, it popped, tried to pull back, and then ended up coming up. It hit my target. I took 2/3 of the position off, and I have 1/3 of it trailing at break even. So make that yellow. That was my entry. So I got 2/3 of it were taken for profits. If the rest of it, pulls back, then hits my entry. Actually, it's a trailing stop. I put in I think a 30-cent trailing stop after it, and we'll kind of just see where it's at right now. So it's pulled back, and there's a good chance because I had that 30-cent trailing stop. There's a good chance that the rest of it I got taken out right in here on this pullback, but it was still a profitable trade. Anyway, other trades that I'm in currently, if you're interested, Qualcomm. Now, Qualcomm, what I did is Qualcomm sold off in the morning. Now it got below that. It came up into that resistance. Where I really wanted it, I was looking for a buy, was down here. If it could get down to here, didn't quite get down there. So I went ahead and took a shot at it anyway. And what it did is it ran down, it came up. I wanted it to pull back and then try to find some support and make an attempt to go higher. And it did that right there. So here it is. It went down, went up, clearly closed above the white line. The bears tried to come take it back down, couldn't do it. I got in right here. So I'll put in this line here. And my stop was going to be down here below that. So, and then my target is up here. So I've got a decent risk reward. It's not great, but it was good enough to take the trade. From there, it has kind of meandered and now is pushing up, and it did. I should go back and check my trade platform because that target got hit. So good for me. So anyway, so my target, I took off 1/3, and what I'll do is I'll trail the rest, and who knows? Let's see what it can do. All right, so hope you enjoyed this. This is again David, April 23rd, 2014, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.